Hey guys, this is BiXX. Welcome to Mentoring Monday. Today I'm going to talk about something a little more lighthearted. What are the 4 most annoying words that we can hear from another person after we made a mistake? I told you so. Today's topic is stop saying I told you so. So why is saying I told you so damaging? It can be harmful to relationships. It can make people feel embarrassed or belittled. It can imply that the speaker is seeking credit for their intelligence at the expense of the other person. People don't want to be reminded of their mistakes, which can lead to shame, vulnerability, and anger. I've always said that we can learn so much from our mistakes. Mistakes often happen from being aggressive. Aggressive mistakes that we learn from can be very helpful. So we want to focus on what we learned and how we'll change going forward, and not how someone else was right. Saying I told you so can cause defensiveness in the other person. It can make the other person that you think they're stupid. It can shift the focus from documenting and discussing the mistake to covering one's behind, and nothing good comes from that. It's like a punchline that you never wanted. It does not help because you probably are already kicking yourself for making the mistake or trying something new that just did not work. You don't need somebody else adding salt to your wound. It can be quite the buzzkill. Saying I told you so makes the person saying it look like a jerk. I've given you a lot of reasons why I'm saying I told you so is damaging. One final reason is it can start an I told you so contest, an I told you so war, where both sides start comparing who said I told you so and was right the most. There's a person that I worked with in the past on several projects. When I made a mistake, that person enjoyed telling me, I told you so, when in fact I'd given him much more advice that he did not follow. Because I felt that by learning the hard way, the knowledge he gained from figuring it out himself would be so much more valuable and powerful. Powerful enough to make changes. He would not make any changes from me just saying, I told you so. So think about it. Why do we enjoy saying, I told you so? We feel frustrated when people don't take our advice. Why can't they see how brilliant we are? Do they like making mistakes? Some of the things we tell ourselves. We want to be useful, and we want to be recognized for it. We want to make sure that they'll listen to us the next time. And we are proud of ourselves and want to get credit where credit's due. Perhaps we resent that person a bit for not taking our advice in the first place. And now we want to even the score. Being right feels like a justified circumstance for some gentle teasing. I'm right and you're wrong. Ha ha. That's kind of stupid, but we feel it. Deep down, we feel like being right is the same as being the best. And since we were ignored the first time, it feels important. And maybe even fair and just to have that last word. Sometimes that urge to be right is very wrong for a relationship. So here's some things to try instead of saying, I told you so. Go ahead and take a deep breath and take a moment to feel proud of yourself and your insights. Seriously, I did a good job. I was right on that. And then go vent to someone else. Tell a friend, tell your mom, share with a journal. I always say writing a journal is very helpful to yourself. Go screaming into the woods, whatever you got to do. And then just let go and focus your energy somewhere else. But don't tell them, I told you so. Except that most people, we need to learn by doing. We need to see it for ourselves and make our own mistakes. Don't discount the role of luck. Sometimes it's possible that the same indicators that told you you were right told them they were right. Only this time the results happened to play out in your favor. Here's something very important to keep in mind. You must not let your need to be right be more important than your need to find out what's true. Learning to swallow your I told you so's is a critical part of creating an environment where people feel comfortable sharing their experiences with you and expertise and taking risks and continually improving. So are you guilty of saying, I told you so? My wife tells me that I am. I went through a period in my life where I wanted people to know how smart I was, but I now see how I was wrong. One simple thing that I say to the other person, instead of saying I told you so, is what did you learn from this? It's not threatening and helps them focus on growth and improvement and not embarrassment or defensiveness. I hope this topic helped improve your perspective on not saying, I told you so, 4 very damaging words. So I'll see you again in 2 weeks. Remember, it's never too late to reinvent yourself. Cheers.